Hey guys, this is MattiAce, and this video is going to be about the Hornet missiles. Now, these Hornet missiles are the latest addition to the ESF's air-to-ground weapons that, well, they're not all that new anymore, but a lot of people really like them, a lot of people dislike them for a variety of reasons. Now, they are really good in the right, if you use them correctly, but they have a lot of drawbacks as well compared to the other options for air to ground. So now what these rockets are designed for, or these missiles are designed for, are to kill armor, kill tanks, sunderers and whatnot on the ground, and this was definitely something that was needed in Planetside 2. Now the projectile speed of these Hornet missiles are only 125 meters per second, and that's rather slow, which means that while using these missiles you are many times forced to fly in a way that is really risky. At the same time, while you are steering these missiles, you are also automatically controlling your ESF. Now, of course, this can cause a lot of trouble if you want to maintain your aim on your target long enough for the missiles to hit. That might force you to fly directly into, some kind of obstacle that's gonna get you killed. Also want to let you know, if you see me using the sight here, the Hornet missiles are not Empire specific, so whatever Empire you play or whatever ESF you fly, you still have access to the exact same weapon. Now the way I recommend you to use Hornet missiles is with a wingman, or two wingmen actually, because the thing about it is that when going up against tanks, you need to kill them fast and you need to get out of there fast. What you see here is me flying around in a low pop area during not prime time, I might add, and that's one of the reasons why I can do as well as I can do while not taking all that much fire myself. One of the things that I want to point out also that is really important when you fly in pairs or in groups is to maintain a certain kind of distance to each other's so that there is no risk of you flying into one another. And this is also important when you're flying, even if you're not in the same squad, even if you're not communicated with whoever is nearby. Make sure that you stay away from each other's. Now, I still have a lot of problem with people who don't understand flying in group, even with very experienced pilots. You end up crashing into one another, and then there is all this blame that is thrown around about whose fault it was. One of the players that I've been flying with the most is Hot and Spicy on my TR, and we almost never crash into one another. It's extremely rare, and the fact is that when it happens, if it happens, we rarely die to it either. Because we both know that once we get close to each other's, we need to slow down. If we hit each other's, yeah, we're gonna bump into each other's, we're gonna take damage, but it's not gonna be all that much, so we're not gonna die to it. So now, using the Hornet missiles for its intended purpose, if you go up against an enemy tank, you wanna shoot them from the rear. They will most likely not see you coming, or hopefully not, and they won't shoot you down, but most importantly, they will take a lot more damage from the rear than from any other angle. So I disengage after taking out two prowlers, and I try to fly relatively low, and I try to get behind them in order to, same thing, be able to shoot a few shots before they realize that I'm there, and also in order to avoid incoming fire. So I move around here a little bit. I know that they will try to shoot me back. I switch to that target because he was obviously hurt from before, and while kiting a little bit back and forward, I was able to take out that second tank as well. Now the location that I found here is perfect in the sense that the anti-air turret was unable to shoot me there, because while flying so low, that building to the right here was located so that I was able to break line of sight just by flying low. Now these rockets, they are useful when it comes to take out infantry players as well. The direct damage of them are 2000, while the splash damage is 550. Now the 550 splash damage is quite good in itself, it's just that it only lasts for 0.35 meters. So the blast radius is very small. And one of the things that I've pointed out in the past that has caused a little bit of reactions actually is that it is a big difference depending on what tank you're actually facing. And shooting at stationary tanks like this, it seems like they're almost identical. You will see that I need to put one more rocket on the Vanguard in order to kill it compared to a Mag Rider. However, that's not the big difference between the different tanks. And for obvious reasons, you don't want to shoot the tank directly in the front. Now, hitting the different Empire's tanks when they're standing still, like in VR, is of course rather easy, but that's not how it is when you are facing them on the live server. By now, most NC tankers have their shield fully upgraded, meaning that they can take a lot more damage. At the same time, most Vanu tankers, they use the strafing capability and their mag burn in order to make them harder to hit. And for every extra second that you have to spend trying to take out the tank, you're putting yourself at a lot of risk. Now, the strength of the Mag Rider is that when it is deployed, it has the highest bullet velocity and the highest fire rate. However, when it is deployed, it is stationary, and that in itself makes it a lot easier to kill. Sometimes, even on the live server, killing a Prowler is exactly like you see here in VR. You just shoot it from the back and you kill it before it has a chance to move. Of course, from behind, all main battle tanks die to 4 Hornet missiles, minus the Vanguard shield, of course, and, well, the rear armor, which seems like nobody is using these days. Now, if you're inexperienced with flying and you want to get better at using the Hornets, I would recommend you to try to do what you see me doing here. Try to circle around and above a tank and hit them while moving. VR is the place to go if you want to get into flying but you feel a little bit uncomfortable with it. Also want to let you know that you can fire and forget these missiles. What you need to do is that once you have fired, you press and hold the right mouse button, because once you do, the missiles will just continue flying forward in the direction where they were going. Now, if you release the right mouse button again, you will receive control of the missiles, so keep that in mind. Now, what you see here is my new standard loadout for air to ground. It's basically an all-round loadout that allows you to be effective or decently effective against anything except for infantry. Or should I say, groups of infantry, because single or a couple of infantry players you can still quite easily kill with the Hornet missiles once you get the hang of it. Now, the loadout you see here is, of course, harvestability, like always. I have thermal on both my guns, which is the Hornets and the Needler in this case. I also switch between fire suppression and flares. Now, having the Hornet missiles as a secondary will of course replace the external afterburners, and many times that makes you very crippled in situations where you need to maneuver and afterburn away from danger. It's always important in all situations to make sure that you use your afterburners when you need it and save up when you don't need it. I prefer to wait until my afterburners is at the maximum capacity before I engage a target. And even though I do use the afterburners in order to chase the target even on the ground, normally I would say 9 times out of 10 I use them to escape after the engagement. Now, in this situation, I've been able to get behind Manny Biolab here. Almost all the NC players here are facing east, which is in the direction of where they are launching their attack, which is why I'm able to stay behind the biodome here and break line of sight from these players. And I'm able to pick off 1 or 2 lightnings here, but I can't get directly behind them because of the anti-air at the base, and I don't see any point trying to shoot at a full health lightning or a lightning that is already receiving repairs. Because for a single ESF, I think it takes a little bit too long to kill a lightning for the risk to be worth it in this particular situation. So let me just show you a silly little situation here. What I'm doing is that I'm chasing these 2 heavies who are jumping back and forward using the jump pads here. It's actually quite tricky to hit them, and I kind of get the feeling that they are not really taking this all that seriously, but it was a lot of fun.
They are camping around Sandy now.
Yeah, this fight is over. This is not fun getting camped by 1 max and idiots who try to get 1 kill every 20 minutes.
Enemy heavy spotted.
I love farming them, but there's no way to farm them.
So I do have a lot more footage using the Hornet missiles, and I'm coming out with more videos, and I'm going to use them even a little bit for air-to-air, which a lot of people are quite curious about. But of course also I'm going to focus more on its intended role, taking out tanks and Sunderers and some such. And I will show you a little bit more gameplay here before the video ends. So I'll say thank you all for watching, and bye for now.
Oh, I have a sight on me?
Yeah, like PPA.
Yeah.
Fuck, they even go for you with like PPA.
A Hornet missile, they...
I should have taken a ball there. On the back.
There's a lightning. Oh, Skyguard, Skyguard, Skyguard! I hit him twice.
He's dead. Wait, what? Okay, he's not dead yet. He's gonna die now. If you...
Yeah, he
I
did.
hit him twice with the bolt. Wanna call this Sunday?
Kill the lightning first here. Oh, I gotta go.
Wow, huge monsters are around there at Amrish.
Lightning's dead.
Nice.
Let's call this Sunday.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Oh shit, I hit some friendly.
Take this arrest, I hit it once with the bolt.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I didn't see
Nice,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, spawn some more vehicles, Manu.
By the spawn point now there is a burster max.
Okay, maybe I can tank most of it. Where's...
Enemy heavy nearby.
He's running inside.
Yeah.
I hit the max with the bolt once.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I'm gonna put this on him.
Alright, see you later.
He's just hiding inside.
Nearby.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're getting this one pretty easily now. We've got them camped.
I'm just reading his health. I got hit by a record.